Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. And I have a project in mind, and it starts with adding some of my Anita's white metallic and some iridescent pink from Masterminds that they don't make anymore, which you could actually add. If you could make this color, you could add the golden iridescent pearl fine to it. But I want a bunch of colors. What does it feel like to want? Yeah, I got some out. That's awesome. So I'm going to use these other colors, and I'm going to try my hardest to cautiously, maybe I will just scoop them up. I will attempt to scoop them up because I want to use this other container for some gold and silver, and I want to continue to add some more colors to this container that I just started. Come on, ouch, come. If I let my shovel relax, I might get away with that. I've got some gold, I've got some black, and rather than make a ring pour cup, actually I think I'm going to put some of this 24 karat gold that has a little bit of orange in it. And let's grab the black enamel because I can. That's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. And let's do a little more gold and see if I can keep it. And then I'll be scooping out of there. So I put some colors down next to me, and I'm going to try and move them out of my way as I go. I'm going to try and pick colors that have open tops. They're opening easier today than they do sometimes. And I want to leave that close by because I'm not sure. This is a color that sinks often, so I'd like to leave that close by so I can use that as well. And get rid of that, and that, and that, and that. Try not to repeat too many colors. Be nice if that would come out. That's my folk art, yes, color shifting turquoise. I really like having some dark purple in there, dioxidine dark purple, and it should be right in front of me, and probably is. And I'm just staring over there into the abyss of colors. I see it! Nope, it wasn't in front of me. Relief. I already have some beautiful cells in here that I can see. I often find that what's useful is, well, at least they've been opening so far. That one needs a skewer. And this is very close to a carbon blue, and I have no idea where that came from. It's ancient, and I'm raiding my supplies because we're all on lockdown right now. I'm raiding my supplies of older paint and trying to use it up. That's a little iridescent. Whoop, don't dump that over. That does not look like it got shaken, but that's okay because it came out pretty nice and dark. That's a color shifting blue from folk art that I added some unicorn spit to darken it up. This is probably more likely to just dissipate than I think I'll be able to see it. This is a blue enamel, probably from folk art. I think it's also a semi-gloss. It might be a gloss. I'm going to use the orange like I said I was. I got to be judicious when I put it out there because it does take things over very much. This is a color shifting orange that's a lot more like red. And there's my, I want to put some pearl in with that gold and that black and that orange. I'm thinking about using this as a dipping tool, but we'll see what happens. And I have some black. I just don't know how gloppy it is. I'm going to use up my leftovers today. That's a nice pan of colors. We'll see how far it goes. I'm going to put my tools that I don't need so I have room to maneuver. And there's my shovel, and I can start any way I want. I'm going to throw that spatula in the bucket. Now, what I have is a 20, either an 18 or 20 by 24 inch canvas, which is pretty huge compared to what I'm used to working on. I just dumped paint all over my finger and one on the ground. Get your act together, woman. All right, let's just get everything out of the way that I can possibly get out of the way. And I will bring this up. I've got 2 coats from today of my background color, which is half Artist Loft and half Walmart paint. So basically I'm just planning on starting and I've got something rather large in there that I need to remove. And as long as the paint is coming out, I'm going to let it drain. And at a certain point in time, I could probably use a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula to help some of that process. Paint will flow to paint. So as long as you've got some paint flowing and there's other paint near it, you can usually make them work together. That's cool. That's going in the bucket. That was a dirty shovel anyway. Let me find my tweezers and grab that thing I saw that was huge. Goodbye, huge thing. Now, what next? I think a clean shovel is a great idea. And I have other little tiny things, but I'm going to grab something that I like the look of in here. Always best to operate with my favorite first. I'm going to try not to get myself in too much trouble. I don't mind the dry drag marks. They make me happy, in fact. You can do this on a wet canvas too. I want all that paint to come to the front. Now, I've got an anomalous shape and I want to blow it out or do something. Maybe just give myself permission. Maybe a little tip, because the other paint is fairly thin. And I can hard paint on a dry canvas, although this is a really fresh canvas, so that might be a bad idea. But I can also put some dots around there. If you have a damp studio rag, it's never a bad idea to keep it handy, because you can clean off acrylic paint if you're a little more careful than I was. I might grab some dots from my shovel with the dull end of a skewer right now, put them in those places. That means I won't be tipping, because if I tip, I will definitely have things flowing in directions I'm not necessarily thrilled about. So there's a good start. I want some yellow. I want more yellow than I've got, in fact. My surfaces are on level, so they're... Oh, please come out. All right. Usually I try and make more cohesive shapes, but I really like the raggedy shapes. Don't ask me why. I'm going to let some of my shoveled paint go right down over the edge. I'm going to take stock of what I've got and where I've got it. and take a moment to meld some things. I could also take paint right out of my shovel while it's still kind of fresh. That looks like it needs a little bit more. I know I'm craving some white in my mixtures. And I've got 5 of these shovels, so I think I'm just going to get rid of this one. I'm going to sort of round that out a little bit. And I might be tempted to put something else in there. Yeah, get rid of the shovel because it's got some muck in there. I am going to grab another shovel. I got 3 left. So for me, it's time to grab some of my golden. I'm going to let that go right down the side and let myself lead it right off. I think it's time to turn this around. I'm going to have extra paint, I can tell. I really want that white pearl that I was talking about, and I wish I had a container I could dip it into. And guess what? I have, really handy, a little Michael's party section plate. So I am going to do what I said I was going to do, but now I got to figure out where I was going to do it. And yes, I have that other paint on. I have residuals. And that's okay, because I want things not to be regulated. I want them to look different. Make different patterns, change up what you see. So far so good. And I'm going to take that paint and I'm going to put some of that white pearl right in there and see what I want to do. I kind of want to take my spatula and play with making marks. I can't spin this all the way around, which is a little frustrating for me. But I can definitely make marks if I want to. Just adding some texture, little chunks, hopefully you can see that. And if I put it on thinly enough, I might be able to get some to stick to the sides. So I make the pattern look as though it's going right over the canvas edge. And I'm going to get rid of that shovel. And if I need to clean one, I will. I really want some red down here. And I don't have a lot of red in this. Tempted to use some magenta because I didn't really use any. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This needs to be something else. Another shovel. Yes. I wonder how far I can get that to adjust itself. Into a different shape. And then I can go back and add some more colors there. I was going to dip my dustpan, and I guess I could still do that. I can try anyway. And that's not really bothering me. I could probably add some dots in between there. I'm probably going to run out of time. Yeah, I've got 28 seconds left. So this was part one, and this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard saying, yeah, I probably got 3 more minutes after that timer goes off, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it. And I want to grab some of these colors right now. My dustpan because I can. And I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys whatever I'm going to tell you before part 2 begins. But I'm not hating on that at all. That's pretty cool. It's a weird shape, but it's cool. I don't have an awful lot of paint left that isn't very dark. And I can't tip that up, so I got to get rid of some of it. Definitely get rid of some of it. Like that. And let it go right over the side. So if you guys share my videos, you help me out. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I love your comments. Thank you. They cheer me up endlessly. I had to start a new channel. I'm not sure which channel you might be watching this on. My old channel is Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Priscilla Batzell, and on that channel you can find over 1,300 videos, which I may or may not have mentioned already because everything sort of blends together after a while. I hope you can see what I'm doing. But if you can't, you'll understand. My camera is only so wide. Actually, I'm pretty much liking that a lot, and thinking that I could just grab a shovelful of paint. Add a couple more shapes and be done with it. So sans the dots, which I'll probably be adding after you're gone, depending on how I'm feeling about it. Yeah, I got 1 minute left. I'm not sure I can finish this. But it might also be done. Ha! In a minute. So I love you guys on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group. That's Facebook. That's where the students go. And if you're looking for the rest of my videos, there are 1,310 of them on Expressionist Art Studio Priscilla Batzell. Some of my best work and most recent work is on Finalizing Priscilla Batzell art. I love you guys. I really want to dribble something else somewhere else, but I think I'm so close to being done. Oh boy. So you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I will see you anon.